Good morning. Oh, good morning. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Shake your bums. Normally we're shaking our bums because it's Friday, but I tell you what, we're shaking our bums because it's Monday, because it is challenge week at IATQBHQ. It is very, very exciting. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year. Can you close that door, please? We've got Paddy's going on outside my door. Daddy's on the job, like he is all over it, but Ivy is not having any of it. Look, door slam and everything. How are you? Are you good? How are you feeling? Good morning, Lisa J. First past the post this morning. John is in the house. Good morning, my angel. How are you? It's lovely to see your face. How are you? If you are watching along this morning, do us a favor, pop in the comments that you are watching along. Say good morning. Happy Monday to you all. Zoe Gold in the house. Hello, hello. It is so lovely to see so many of you joining us this morning on one of my most favorite weeks of the year. It is Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker Challenge Week. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning. You're all in the house. I love it. We're going to get some numbers in this week. It is exciting to say the very, very least. So at 10 a.m. today, in the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Challenge group, we have got, I've got coffee. Thanks very much. I got a Brit. Look at this, my favorite cup. Well-behaved women seldom make history. Cheers to that, you lot. Ivy is not being killed outside my door. She has just decided, as soon as I've pressed the go live button, she is having a full-on meltdown about putting her shoes on ready for school. Can you believe it? These are parenting problems 101. We experienced them too. But she's being seen to. Fret not, there are no children being harmed in the making of this show. How are you all feeling? Oh my god, Breakfast Club has started so many years out. Apparently hanging with her friends is better than my bad jokes and singing. I don't believe that for a second. I reckon your bad jokes and singing are the bomb to be around, John. Good morning, Becky Dillon in the house. Good morning, Jane. Do us a favor, you guys, pop your heads out the windows, tell me what the weather is doing where you are. Do you know what? It is one of those, where we are in Preston, one of those autumnal mornings. We need, right, Joe, where's Joe? Where's Joanne Smith from Creative Sass? We need some autumn bees and some winter bees and some snowy bees. I said we will get this sorted directly after we've done the challenge. I wonder if we're going to do this whole show and I would just be crying out there. It doesn't set the tone for my house. I promise it doesn't. My T-shirt says, kind people are my kind of people, is what my T-shirts say. It's from, where's it from? It's from the Tesco's. Because there's no expense spent in this house. We've got, where are we? Rochester. It's grey but dry. So we would describe that as a bit shit, actually. You know, like, is it really nice where you are? No, it's a bit shit, actually. It's a bit shit. Is it a bit shit? It's nice. It's one of those crisp autumn mornings. I don't think that it's a bit shit, B does it justice, but it's as close as we get. All right, kind of want to put, hang on. Let me double check. I want to put a sunny B down. I reckon it's going to be a sunny day. I'm going to do this. So if it's like that where you are, we'll allow a scorchio. Sunny but fresh in Cheshire. That's why I like it. These autumn. Is anyone else like here for the autumn days? Anyone else? Oh, God. Can you hear her out there? Essex is a bit shit. Hang on, let me move this down. We'll get Kent and Essex in one go. Have we done it there? We've covered the whole of this little sticky out bit. Oldham is it's a bit dull. It's miserable in Ipswich. Oh my goodness me, it's a bit shit, is it? All right. Where's me? It's a bit shit, bees. So you guys, this morning, our lovely guest has had to cancel, and the reason she's had to cancel is because her little person isn't very well. So we're sending lots and lots and lots of love to our guest who's meant to be with us this morning. it was not meant to be. But we are sending our lovely Lindsay Green lots and lots and lots of love and hugs and cuddles. And we will have her back on the show in the not too distant future. Anyone asking where my cup is from? It's from the Spark Company. It's one of my favorite companies. I love supporting local businesses as well. You know, it's the whole premise of this show. No, that's Norfolk. Cover the line that's just right. We'll do this like that. There we go. It's that area. Or is it further south? Let me just work this out a minute. Hang on. But you guys don't come here for my geography. Sort it out. It's sunny in Sutton Coldfield. There we go. Well, right, hang on. There we go. This is very generic, you know. Where are we? Who is this? I didn't hear about the challenge. Can someone drop a link? Someone drop the link to John for the challenge. It is popping off, you all. It is absolutely popping off. I am beyond excited this week. We're going to be spending 5 days. We'll have a party on Friday. Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, we have got 4 days of incredible challenges, super awesome prizes. So from a prize point of view, further south, look, no, we're not here for my geography. It's a bit shit in this area. So let me tell you the prizes, because these prizes are pretty epic, actually. We've got a community engagement challenge. So for people who get amongst it, my challenges and my groups, as is this, is a super supportive space, a really well supported and safe space. So the challenge group is exactly that. So I like to reward and big up our community engagement, people who keep the community going as well, because, you know, it's a long time for me to be in that group, managing everything, making sure everyone's okay. So to have other people supporting in that group, I like to reward them. So we've got a community challenge, community engagement prize. We've got hotel chocolate hampers up for grabs. We've got the third prize of an IATQB baseball hoodie, candle, a moments candle, an IATQB moments candle. Looks a bit like this. And also a signed copy of my new book. Oh, it's finished. It's done. The book is done. We are just going to wait for launch date now, which is the 28th of October. So you will, if you win these prizes, be the first to get hold of my book, I Am the Queen Bee, How I Overcame Self-Sabotage to Fly Anyway, and how you can too. We've also, in our second prize, we've got a Harvey Nichols hamper, which will be full of lush nibbles and munchies and wine if you like wine, and not wine if you don't like wine. And a signed copy of the book. And the first prize is £250 Amazon vouchers plus a strategy session with me, where you can speak to me either about speaking in your strategy or your business strategy, however you want to pick my brains. You get me for 2 whole hours, you lucky, lucky things. So they're the prizes. Just along the bottom here is the link. But if one of you guys could just pop the link in the comments, that would be brilliant. I'm just trying to think. We've got our very own, we've got a guest. I managed to find a guest. I didn't manage to find a guest. I've been waiting to get this lady back on here for quite some time now. And seeing as though, is the book available to pre-order? It is not as it stands. It will be a little bit closer to the time. But we are going to be doing, Joe, a full bestseller campaign. So what happens with regards to that, I believe, is that it goes on like the launch day, like downloads and all of that sort of stuff. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. That will be on Thursday, the 28th. We're going to have a full day celebration in here, out here even, in the Hive. We're going to be doing all sorts. We've got some giveaways, got some competitions going on. That's for the 28th of October, Thursday, the 28th of October. Is when we launch the book, and it will be a full bestseller campaign. I like, it is going to be a team effort getting that book downloaded, getting that book ordered, and also leaving reviews for the book as well. So we need to, I think there's something like 100 reviews that we need to get in so long to get the standing on Kindle. There's also some whispers about Waterstones. There's whispers about Barnes & Noble. There's whispers about all sorts of things. It is very, very exciting. So I am going to bring on one of my favorite people in the world this morning. For those of you that don't know, any chance of putting it in the chat? I am. Amy Mantle has just shared it. I think because we're across a couple of different platforms, Maria, you might not. Where are you watching from? If you're watching from the Danny Wallace personal profile, I won't see your comments. So go and watch it on the Queen Bee Danny. If you're watching on the Queen Bee Danny page on Facebook, which is the best place to watch this, then I believe that our Amy Mantle has sorted us out. What I will do here, I'll do it here like this. Let me copy. Let me see if it'll go across. Let me do this. Paste. Let me know. I've just popped the link in. I've just posted it myself. Just let me know if you've got it, and make sure that you click. So you'll click the challenge page. You're on Queen Bee Danny. Perfect. Then Maria, you should now have in the comments there a copy of the link that you can click and get signed up. We go at 10 o'clock. You can catch up at any point. So if you're at work, it's all good. Don't worry. She's got it. Fantastic. Don't worry if you like, oh no, she's going live at 10. It means I can't do it. You can. You've got 24 hours to catch up each of the tasks. So each of the lives will be at 10 o'clock every morning. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10 a.m. And then at 8 p.m. on Thursday, I've got a big workshop that's coming out here on the Queen Bee Danny page that I'm going to be streaming, that you are all invited to. And that's where I'm going to share where all the winners are. So if you are in it to win it, 10 a.m. on here. No, it will be 10 a.m. in the pop-up challenge group, Joe. So if you click the link that I've put on the Queen Bee Danny page or at the top of the hive, that is where you will be able to join the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker 2020, September 2020 challenge. So let me just see if I can pop a list to the group as well. Give me a little sec. Copy. This is the group that you must join in order to take part in the group. Click the link I've just posted. Yeah, that's it. Paste. That is the group. I think that's even the intro link. You've got to click that to make sure you are able to participate in winning the prizes. So I will stream the activity into the hive, but if you want to win any of the prizes, you've got to be in that safe space. You've got to be in the challenge group. Okay. I'm just made up. I've created space for this dog. Will have to sit with the legs crossed for a bit. I'll miss the first live, but it's to have my hair done, so I don't feel so bad. Leslie, get your hair did, and then come and catch back up with us. So every day, the live will be posted at the top of the challenge group. And then you've got 24 hours to do it then. It ages. So we're going to try and capture as many different time zones as possible. We've got Canada, Italy, New Zealand. We've got Austria in there. We've got all sorts of people all over the world. We've got the Netherlands in there. It's amazing. The energy in there is fire already. I just posted in saying I'm super excited. Who else is excited? And everyone's like, yeah. And that's how we feel this morning. Like we are properly buzzing. But let me get buzzy with what I'm just about to bring her. She keeps like, oh, am I coming in? Am I not coming in? She is coming in. Danielle, get in here.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you excited?
I'm really, really excited, like properly giddy. I can't wait.
I am all the way giddy. Now, for those people that don't know, Danielle is, this is Danielle Hanson from Pretty Practical Business. Who is also the operations manager for IATQB. So she is like my wing woman for making sure everything runs smoothly. So if you imagine there's a television program like this, people would refer to me as the talent, but actually the brains is Danielle, making sure that everything is running well and smoothly, and I'm doing all the things that I need to do, and I'm where I need to be, and all of that sort of stuff. So the team comprises of obviously your girl. So there'd be no IATQB without Danny Wallace, but there would be no Danny Wallace without without Danielle Hansen and without Wallace, who is my husband, who looks after all of the graphics and all of the tech that you see. And then of course we've got Anna Fox, who is she's my PA. She makes sure that, you know, everybody's got everything that they need and all of the admin is done. So that's our team, isn't it? We're a solid bunch.
It is. I love it. We're a good team.
John just said, I'm Bond and she's cute. That is exactly what that is.
Yes.
So, so we were meant to have Lindsay Green on this morning. She was unable to make it. So I dropped you a message last night, didn't I? And I was like, do you want to come and do the show?
Yeah. Always.
But you might not have done that maybe even 7 or 8 months ago.
Oh God, no. No way. Even actually, because when you said it, then I was like, "Oh God, yeah!" I just said yeah without even thinking about it. And then the first time I was on it, it was like a week preparation. I was like, "Oh my God,
what's changed?" Tell us about what's changed, because it's important for everybody watching.
This is going to sound like really cheesy, but honestly, I did the challenge back early in the year.
I'm not paying to say this, by the way.
Later plug. But honestly, before I did it, I was like, there's no way you're going to get me to go live. I'll do your little challenge, Danny, but it's not. Like, I'm not going to go live, so whatever. And you were like, oh, it's a really supportive space. And I was like, yeah, but I'm a proper lurker in a group. I don't like, it's equivalent, going into a group like that, even as nice as people are, is equivalent to going into a room full of people. And like going up to the group of people huddled in a corner and being like, hi, this is me. It's just I just don't do it. Anyway, so I did it, and people were just so supportive, and it just took all the barriers down for me, and I got over it, and I did my first live, and then I was like, oh, it was all right. People talked to me. It was really good. So so that got me like through the fear. And then during lockdown, I started going live more. Like, I created my Facebook group and started doing lives in there because I need that interaction with people. And we were locked down and I couldn't talk to the people. So I was like, I'm going to have to do it online.
You've got no choice.
Yeah.
So what did you go live about? What did you start going live about? Because I remember having a conversation with you, because we've worked together since before Christmas on and off. And then we started working together in more depth in sort of January time. Yeah. And then everything, because I know, because I was your coach, but I could see like the incredible things that you do for your clients within your business. I was like, I need you in my business, and it's the other way around. I'm your client, and you work in my business. You hold my business together so that I can do all of the front of house stuff. It's really phenomenal what it is that you do. But tell us about what you do when you go live.
So I try and every week in the Hive I do a live on a Wednesday, and that's a business bomb. So that's just supposed to be like a little nugget of wisdom. And it varies really, because in what I do, I kind of cover all of the foundations of business. I talk about various things. So it might be finances and how to have like a simple finance process. It might be a new app or website or something like some new tech that I've found that's made something really easy. I think I talk a lot, as much at so the bit that I sort of still I'm working on is all the mindset sort of side of it, and motivation and procrastination and all those juicy bits that come along with it. So I talk a lot about those because they're the bits that I'm going through, I suppose. So anytime I have a bit of a win on that, or I'm struggling with it, I'll go live and say, like, I'm struggling with this today, and people will be like, yeah, me too, or I've tried this or whatever. So that's like kind of the vibe of my group. But then I like to share the things that I don't struggle with. I need to remember to share, and I try and remember to share more. I think it's easier to know that things are difficult for people when they're difficult for you, but when they're not difficult for you, you struggle
It's hard to just kind of like bang the drum about it and say, actually, I find this easy. I've got something to share with you about it for those of you that don't. I think when you're an expert in your field, it's easy to forget that not everybody else finds this stuff easy. Like the stuff that you do with us is like, I'm just, okay. Just tell me what to do.
Like, I need people to say to me what bits they struggle with, because I struggle to pick out which bits of the things that I know that not everybody does know, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But it's funny that you say you've gone from a complete standing start, haven't you? From no audience to speak of online at the start of this year, none at
Not
all.
whatsoever. No, I had an established business, offline business, for a good few years, but no online presence whatsoever. No.
And now you've gone to having a little group, a little community, being known in other communities as well. And if I look at the people that are watching along this morning, they're like, "Oh, we love you." You know, it's two of my favorite people. Like you've done work on your network by allowing yourself to become more visible. That I think even you don't realize the impact that you've had. Like your journey to watch, like A, as your friend, B, as your coach, and also as somebody who is like you're in my business. Like it's like so multifaceted, our relationship. Oh, go and get it then. She's in a better mood now, which is brilliant. Seeing that journey and seeing you become more confident as you know, as the weeks, like week on week, is a result of you. It's like putting on the new shoes, isn't it? It's like you get told you've got this beautiful pair of shoes here, and you get told, oh, this is a really lovely pair of shoes, they'll be a perfect fit for you, but you've got to break them in first. And breaking them in is hard work. It's not like I got some Doc Martens. As everybody knows, I got some bright yellow Doc Martens, and I love them. We went to a photo shoot, didn't we, for the book cover last Tuesday, and I took these Doc Martens, but I'd had to break them in order for them to be comfortable. And it's the same with that visibility, because I remember having a conversation with you, going, I don't think people really want to hear what I say. I'm a bit of an introvert, Danny. I'm not an extrovert. That's not really my thing.
Yeah, I struggled with that for a while, really, because it's not naturally my thing. I still struggle with, like, am I an introvert or am I an extrovert? Because I need connection with people. I need to speak with other people. I'm not one of these sit in a corner and read a book. Yeah. But I'm just not. I think I'm an introverted extrovert. Like I need it, like but I struggle to go out. Yeah, I need it, but I struggle to go out and ask for it. Better like smaller one-on-one stuff.
Yeah, but there's still a softer voice there, and I think for anybody watching, it doesn't have to be when you're being visible online, when you're starting to build a brand. You don't have to be anybody else other than yourself. You didn't have to change who you are. You just had to show up as you are and share the great things that you're good at. You didn't have to. I think that's why it's working for you and why it's starting to snowball a little bit now, is because you're totally turning up, loving on your people and just being you. You've not tried to be Tigger. You've not tried to, speak to people in a different way. And I think that's been passively extrovert, John says. Passively extrovert.
Yeah.
Joanne's saying, Danielle, you're fabulous. Your journey's been great to watch. I'll be forever grateful for sticky notes and so much more.
So it's because of people like Joanne and Tracy and all those people that I think I have found it easy, because I think when you go live and you know that you've got some friends there that are going to watch you and hold you.
Yeah,
it makes it like feel like you're talking to your friends. I think the scariest bit is going live and just not like, who am I speaking to, or speaking to no one is really difficult. And they were always there to, like, with encouraging words and saying hi and telling you that what you're saying is useful, and like there is nothing nicer than that.
Exactly that. And I think that, if I look at the friendships that have been created, like as part of the challenge, as part of being in the hive, the friendships and the collaborations as well, because if I look at your branding journey, having the conversation with you about your online branding and what your visuals look like, that's come directly from relationships that you've built
100%, yeah.
As part of the support that you've got given the challenge. I think that's one of the better things for me. Like, as you guys know, linking arms and festooning and helping each other is why I do what I do. The reason why I do what I do is because I want to be a connector. I want to be that conduit for people, to bring people together. So we might not directly work together, but if you find someone who is your people and you're able to work together, we're all stronger. We all do well when we all do well. And then seeing you work with creatively with the incredible Joanne Smith and Rosie Ward, and you've created this beautiful brand together, and now you've launched it, but you feel so much better now you've done that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. 100%,
You've been waiting for it for ages, haven't you?
Yeah.
But seeing those collaborations is just brilliant. So what are you excited about this week? Because you're on the inside this week, you're not. So I think it's funny, isn't it, that, you know, just last time you were participating, and then you came on the course, you came on to Be Heard, So You Want to Be a Speaker course, and you smashed that up, and you've been to Be Inspired, and you've been to, you know, lots of my other events, and now you're like, you get to see behind the curtain a little bit, and behind the scenes stuff. How is that different for you, and what are you excited about now? Because you're in a different spot.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited to like be behind the scenes, obviously, but I'm excited to run the challenge again, because how I speak about my business now is going to be different, I think, to how I nervously spoke about it back then. So I'm excited to kind of run the challenge again and tweak my messaging, because it's really useful for that. But I'm excited to sort of get to know a whole new group of people. Like, there's so many new people coming to the challenge, so I'm excited to support them, those people that were like me, that were like, oh yeah, because I think sometimes when there is a really supportive group, you can think, oh, well, they must all know each other, so I'll just kind of not say anything. And it's not that we all know. Some of us obviously might know each other from last time. I'm excited to see the people that run the challenge again, like me, because I think that'll be it, like Joe.
It's just such a journey. The people that even last September, so we will have, a year ago, like this week, we ran the challenge for one of the first times, and to see where people were then, and they revisited the challenge in March, completely different level. They're revisiting the challenge again because they know they're going to, the way that the challenge has been designed, by the way, is that no matter where you are on your speaking journey, the tasks and the learning will speak to you. And to see each time people come across and level up is brilliant. So, like, under no illusion that we open the doors to Be Heard, So You Want to Be a Speaker, and Be Inspired, the mastermind, at the end of this week, because it's when we do it twice a year. But even for the people that just do the challenge, they still get so much from it. And that's what I get excited about, that. And then people are like, oh, let's get excited. Like, we want to work with you. And, we go on and we have the most amazing time on the courses.
Yeah.
This week is one of my favorite weeks, because just to see people like you, it's like lighting the touch paper. And then seeing, where you were then, where you are now, where Joanne was then, where Joanne is now. Tracy, again, from the very, very first challenge to where she is now, completely different levels for everybody. It's just, I'm feeling that a little bit giddy.
If you said that that's like what my life would look like now, when I did the challenge back then, I'd have been like, oh, no.
You were laughing in the car, weren't you, when we went to the shoot? I want to show everybody one of the pictures. Shall I show him?
Yeah, go on.
I could only show you on my phone, you lot.
Oh, it was so good.
Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. It was good, but I can only show you on my phone because they've not been properly edited yet. And the book cover's done. What's the book cover like, Dan? Tell them. Oh, it can't just be me getting excited about it, because then everybody thinks that I'm just excited because it's me.
No, well, I'm a little bit excited because it's also a little bit of me.
Which bit of you is on the book cover? Because no one's seen this. You could give him a teaser. Which bit of you is on the book cover?
My arm. I'm very excited for my arm for him. That's all you're gonna. That's all we
can tell you for now, until we get the go ahead from the public.
My modelling career.
Shall I share a picture of the two of us together?
Yeah, go on.
Look. How good is that? And she's beautiful. She got all her hair and her makeup done, and she's like,
like a princess.
I mean, you look incredible at the best of times, but it was just so lovely to like being a part of the shoot and being a part of like
it was
doing
amazing.
me dressed and helping me get my feet in my Doc Martens because I had a big mosquito bite on my foot.
Oh, how is the foot? Oh my god!
I was in Bardolino, Italy, a couple of weeks ago, and the mosquitoes decided to devour my feet, and I didn't have my acrylic nails on. So I don't, for the people out there that wear acrylic nails, they're quite blunt, so you can have a really good scratch when you got an itch and it feels you can really get in there and give it a good scratch. When your normal nails are on, they are super sharp. So I got a mozzie bite on my foot, and I'd really got forgetting that I'd not got my acrylics on. I took the top of my foot. I weren't lying. I took the top of my foot off, and trying to get my feet into my Doc Martens for this shoot was so painful. And she was having to put, because I couldn't bend over in my dress. My dress was amazing, by the way. It was made by Ami Matoni from Ami Bridal Couture, and the dress is just phenomenal. And but I can't bend over, and it's like a wedding dress. So, so you were having to put, I had put plaster on me. That is not where you imagined your life to be 6 months ago.
Put in as plaster 3 fishnets.
Oh God, it's not for everything that looks really glamorous on the outside. I think one of the things that Danielle's learning about my life is none of it is actually glamorous.
It's
everything.
It's everything. It's a roller coaster. But I did go from like having my hair zhuzhed. That was like my life was made, because she was like, "I'll just come and zhuzh your hair." I was like,
"Oh, in between shots."
Yeah,
I'll just coming to touch her up in between shots.
And then I was like sticking a plaster through a fishnet.
I tried to give a balanced experience as like somebody who. But the thing is, because of what you do, you experience so many different types of things with all of your different clients, isn't it? Because it isn't just like people like me that you work with. You work with all sorts of businesses, don't you? Like, tell us a bit more about Pretty Practical, because I think more people need to know about what it is that you do. Because you completely switched up my business. Like, I feel so much less stress in my business because I have you there with me.
Thank you. Well, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. And so I like, yeah. So the thing that I like building businesses, that's what I enjoy. But the way that I sort of go about it, what I believe about business isn't to say, I'm going to give you this much in sales, I'm going to triple your business, or to tell you that you can have 100K a year and sit on the beach and do nothing. I believe in building businesses on strong foundations. So I like to look at the whole business and how it all fits together, so that as you grow your business, you grow it sustainably and it's not going to come crashing down. And that takes the worry and the stress off the owner. So I like to help people make things happen. So I like to be that person where if something looks really sort of confusing or really like, oh God, feels like a really big mountain, I break it down.
Near my accounts, for example.
Yeah, see that doesn't. Yeah, so yeah, finance is one of them. And
they make me happy. I make money, but I don't know what to do with
it. See, and like I say, for me, they're not the. For me, I don't want to be sort of boxed as a finance person, because I don't just do the finances. But what finances show you and give you is really juicy and interesting to me. So like, I like to know the numbers. So I like to help people get to know the numbers, but in a really frightening way.
Yeah. But then it seems like if there's tech that needs to be a part of the business, then you've been like helping us research it and helping us, work it out. Because again, that's a skill that then you go on to help other businesses with. So the fact that you're constantly learning, like I see you learning all the time. So that not just my business that you're helping, it's not just like you're only with me is I can see what you're doing to go and help other people, so that even like things like managing email lists and understanding how that works and all of that sort of stuff, it's just so valuable. It's like, I've said this before about, you know, business consultants and what have you, but it's like having a stopwatch, you know, open the stopwatch and you can see all the cogs that are on the inside and you're like, okay, well, we explain it like you love architecture and you love like interior design and all of that sort of stuff, don't you? And I remember us like working through a model where you're like an interior designer for businesses.
Yeah.
You go in the kitchen and you can see how the kitchen works together. You go in the living room and you can see how the living room works together. In the bedroom, see how the bedroom works together. And actually,
and the flow of the whole house. And I want you to walk in and be like, oh, I love it.
But that's it. Like I think that analogy works because you make things beautiful, everything around you. You make it beautiful, but it's just like that with the inner workings of the business. We've got people that are asking, how do we hang out with you? You need to hang. You need everybody needs a Danielle Hanson in their lives. You all need a little bit of Pretty Practical in your life. How do we hang out with you, Dan?
I have the Pretty Practical Business Community on Facebook.
Yeah.
I hang out a little bit on Instagram.
Yeah. And in the Hive, like you.
In the Hive, yeah.
You can come and find Danny in the Hive. And also, she's going to be my wing woman this week for being in the challenge. I am sure you'll be taking part in the activities anyway, just to kind of keep your toe in as part of your like your mind-blowing capacity for learning all the time and working on yourself, but also from a support point of view for everybody that's taking part in the challenge. So I thought it would be handy if, you know, we share a little bit of our Danielle with you all this morning, just to, well, like I said, everybody needs a little bit of you in their life in one way, shape or form. So Danielle, I know you've got to go and do the school run now, so thank you so much for joining me this morning. Incredible. See you in about half an hour.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'll see you again in a minute.
That was our incredible Danielle Hanson for Pretty Practical Business. I'm not going anywhere just yet. We're going to hang out a little bit longer. What I would love to know from you guys is, have you done the Be Heard to Want to Be a Speaker challenge before? I'm interested to see in the comments. If you haven't done it before, but you're doing it this time, what are you excited about? Share it with me. I want to know. And this Friday, exclusive right here, this Friday, for those taking part in the challenge, you're going to have an opportunity to win a little spot to be interviewed on here on the IATQB show at Rise Up show on Friday as part of our celebration show. So at 8:00 on Friday this week, I will be cracking open some Bucks Fizz of a morning. Look at this, by the way. I got this. Chocolate PR sent this through to me to celebrate at the end of the big festoon. There's my face on a bottle of Moet. Right, we've got to get the right saying. This is apparently, Wallace pulls me up on this. It's not Moet, it's Moet apparently, because it's German. It's not Moet, it's Moet. So yeah, just a little tidbit. That's right, isn't it, Wallace? He says yeah. It's Moet and not Moet. Did anybody know that, or was that like I was not long ago old before I found that out? I always thought it was Moet. Can't wait to do it again. That's a prize. No one's getting that. Oh no, I thought you meant. I was like, no, nobody's getting my face on the shop. I don't even want to open it. But that was a present from my girls, my incredible Wonder Women at Chocolate PR. For celebrating the incredible work that we did off of the back of the big festoon. I have a little announcement to make. On the 7th of November, we will be launching. It will be a soft launch, ready for our proper big launch in March, April time. The Fly Anyway Foundation. So as of this week, any purchases that are made on the I Am the Queen Bee shop, so any merchandise that you buy apart from Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed, any purchases that are made, so any apparel that you purchase through the shop, all profits will go to the Fly Anyway Foundation. That will be from this week. So we'll be properly launching on the 7th of November, but all profits from the IATQB merch store, apart from Closed Mouths Get Fed, will be going to the Fly Anyway Foundation. So if anybody doesn't know what the Fly Anyway Foundation is, that is the charity that we are launching, that IATQB are launching to support survivors of domestic abuse to build businesses. So the way that that will work is that survivors will be able to apply to the foundation for grants to work with some of the best business minds, coaches, and services in the industry to help them build their business. So we will be looking for ambassadors for the charity from the 8th of October. So when I say ambassadors, what we'll be looking for are businesses and services who will be willing and in return, they'll feature on our website and they'll be invited to all of our incredible events and all of this sort of stuff. So we do look after our ambassadors. But what we are asking is for businesses and services. So, for example, brand photographers, website designers, brand designers. We're looking for business coaches. We're looking for business consultants. We are looking for anybody who is willing to donate mentorship time to survivors of domestic abuse who are ready to build businesses. One of the things that I really, really wanted to do once I had got out of my particular situation was to build a business. I had all of the business acumen, but I didn't have the means at the time to be able to grow my business in the way that I would like to have done. Even when I was building IATQB, there was a lot of kind of beg, borrowing and stealing. Well, I didn't steal, but there was a lot of kind of begging and borrowing and swapping that had to go on. And not everybody is adept at networking in the same way that I am. So what I wanted to do is provide a service, and we're going to be linking in with local charities and national charities as well, so that we can share what it is that we do. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. So we're going to start sort of softly doing some work on the charity from this week onwards, which is really exciting, in readiness for our official launch, where we kind of sort of cut the tape, so to speak, on the Fly Anyway Foundation on the 7th of November. So we've got dates for your diary. This week we've got Challenge Week. Doors open to Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker, the course, and Be Inspired, the mastermind, on Thursday. So those of you that have been waiting for those to open, that'll happen on Thursday. We've also, so the carts will be open for that for about a week or so. Then on the 28th of October will be the book launch for I Am the Queen Bee. So that's the self-sabotage book will be out, or Overcoming Self-Sabotage. So if you've ever gotten in your own way about anything, then this is the book that you need to be reading. So just as a little bit of an FYI about the book as well. So the book is sort of half autobiographical and then half business development book. So there's mindset stuff in there, there's business development stuff in there. So it's a little bit of everything, but I have given you everything that I've got in that book to help as many of you as possible. So that's I Am the Queen Bee, How I Overcame Self-Sabotage to Fly Anyway, and how you can too. That's the 28th. Hopefully by the end of next week, we'll be able to share things like the book cover and start like throwing some advertisements out there ready for our book launch on the 28th. Like I said, there's whispers of Waterstones, there's whispers of Barnes and Noble, but we can't, like, nothing's been guaranteed just yet. But it's very, very exciting. Then on the 7th of November, we'll be launching we'll be launching the Fly Anyway Foundation. And also there's going to be a little workshop that I'm going to be running in November, a month today, to your book, Eleanor. Oh, that makes me excited and feel sick at the same time. I'm going to be launching a workshop, getting out of your own way workshop in November, that will be online. I'll be taking rafts of sort of 10 or 12 and working with you through a little getting out of your way workshop, and that'll be in November. So those of you that are wanting to work with me from a business perspective and from a mindset perspective, then November is the time for you. It's not going to be a high ticket situation. It's going to be, I think we're pricing it around sort of 250 mark, but more on that to come. This week is about Be Heard. This week is about speaking about your business. That is what we need to get doing. That is what you need to be doing in your businesses. So I'm going to help you do it. Make sure you are joining the Be Heard So You Want to Be a Speaker group. The challenge is in the links. One more time, I'm just going to paste the group in there for you to join. You need to be in that group to win the prizes. Really exciting few months, genuinely exciting few months coming up for all things IATQB. From a personal point of view, the next 2 weeks is House Week as well. So we're going to be, I can't wait to share with you once we get the green light on the house. For those of you that have been following my journey from the start, you know how big that is. The house that we're living in now is the house that I had to move into when we were homeless. And it's taken us this time to, build such a sustainable business. I didn't want to move out until we were ready. Where we're living right now isn't great. It's not, it's pretty dangerous where we are right now, if I'm honest. So we are going to be moving. So fingers crossed that all gets signed, sealed and delivered in the next couple of weeks in readiness to move. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in February. So loads of things to keep you updated about. We've got guests this week. Let me tell you about our guests tomorrow. Do not miss the show tomorrow. We've got Mally Sale is going to be joining us tomorrow. You are going to want to join us for that. She is an incredible author. She's going to be sharing with us her book. Don't dress up. Don't bother getting dressed up. Oh, what a terrible host I am. Join us for Mally Sale. Her book is incredible. We're going to be talking about dating for the older ladies. So re-entering the dating game after divorce. We're going to be talking about all sorts of incredible and juicy stuff tomorrow. So please join us at 8 o'clock. We've got Mally Sale joining us at 8 a.m. We've also got coming up this week the glorious Jenny Barlin, who has sent me this, by the way. Look, I love getting presents, but I got a little present this week. She sent me, look at this. A little Share the Love bracelet from Jenny. How cool is that? Can't wait to be on your show. I am totally open to gifts, by the way, if anyone wants to send me gifts, like I'm here for it. But yeah, Jenny Barlin is going to be joining us on the show on Wednesday. On Thursday, we've got Sarah Woodward is going to be joining us. And then on Friday, it is our celebration show. And on that show, some of the people who have been on the challenge are going to be joining us on the show to share a celebration. Show up, wise up, rise up with us all. So thank you for joining me this morning. For those of you that are on the challenge, I will see you at 10 o'clock. Oh, I'm so excited. I've had a coffee. Now then, that might not be the best idea because I'm already fizzy. So you're going to get me at 10 o'clock. I am bringing the fire. You best be ready, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you're following me at the Queen Bee Danny across the socials. Make sure you are in the hive, the IATQB hive, to join in on the conversations for everything that we talk about. We share our challenges. We share our successes in there. It's a really safe space for you to come in and do that. It's a non-selling space. It is for you to really kind of find out who else in business you can link arms with. It's a really, really cool space to be in. So come and join the IATQB hive. Follow me on Instagram, the Queen Bee Danny, on YouTube, the Queen Bee Danny, here, the Queen Bee Danny. In the meantime, have an incredible day. Challenges, I will see you at 10. Everybody else, I'll check in with you later. I'm excited. Oh, excited. Listen, I just once I've said all of that stuff out of my mouth, all that stuff that we've got coming up, it makes me feel like excited sick. Did anybody get that? Well, they're just so excited they feel like they're going to chuck up. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Please do come along with me for the journey. I promise not to vomit on you. And I will see you all later on. Take care. Join us on the show in the morning. Mally Sale's going to be joining us. Join us for the challenge at 10 o'clock today. You've got to be in it to win it. I'll see you later. Have an incredible day, everybody. Happy Monday.